Hi guys, in my today's video I'm going to be doing like a gupshup video. So gupshup videos are basically something which I've experienced lately and I just thought to share it out to the world. So I would like to share an incident which recently happened. So like some years back, me and my parents, like we had been to Bangalore, Coimbatore, Kodaikanal, so beautiful places of South as you can get to know. So those places were very incredible and we had like amazing photos stored in that trip. So recently, like some days back, this is recent, me and my sister, we were just talking the old photos of that trip, and as I said, those are kind of like old, you can say 4 5 years back around. So when we were seeing that photos, sorry to brag on myself, but I felt nice looking at that photos. You know, some of those old photos, even you guys can relate. Like when you see some of your old photos, you are like, oh my god, like I look nice. Like you feel better about yourself. Like you are like, I look good in that phase. That is what we have some thoughts like when we see our old photos, some of our old photos. So that was my thought during that trip. And so I was telling my sister that I like the photos, like I look nice. I feel that was my intention to tell her. But but this but is very important over here, because the reality was not the same. So I was even telling my sister that I might think today that I look good in those photos, but during at that time I didn't like to get clicked a lot like on camera, because and there's only one reason why I didn't like to get clicked on cameras during that time. That was kind of a phase to me. But that time, there's only one reason why I didn't like to get clicked that time, is that I thought I was overweight. I thought I was ugly. I thought my skin was not good. But yeah, like those were my reason to not get clicked on the camera. And my so this is my main motto of today's video, is that you know why all these things were on my mind during that time, like being overweight, being ugly. You know why they were on my mind? Because my mind had accepted that I was like that. It had an acceptance in my brain that okay, this is how I feel about myself. Though, so exactly my thoughts were my action. So here my action, I know those were stupid, but my actions was simply that I didn't like to get clicked on cameras. So that was my action. So my main conclusion is that what we tell to our mind is what it actually takes the decision ahead. So we don't realize it's kind of a subconscious mind. So I would like to give a simple example. I don't know if you could relate to the earlier example, but for example, you have decided not to eat bread today. So today you've decided आज मैं bread नहीं खाऊंगा. So even the whole day, that day you will make sure that you don't eat bread by any chance, because your mind has already accepted acha, I won't eat bread. So that is what the decision will be, and the same action will happen. So this is what you tell to your brain is what it actually happens, and we don't, it is totally like a subconscious mind decision which we take on without realizing it. So one more thing I would like to share here is that, see, I'm talking about acceptance and you know what we put in our mind and that is what we get. But there's one more case here, is that you know sometimes we are like, oh my god, I I'm so positive, like I think positive, but I don't get positivity in return, and that is what many people struggle with. But this is what I want to say. Sometimes thinking positive is not the like last line. We think if I think positive, good things will happen to me. But more than thinking positive, it is what you give to the world. So once you give positivity, then you will get positivity. So that's the same case. If you give negativity, you will get negativity. It's like a circle. What goes around comes back around. I know that is a very famous quote, but it is true. What you think and do the action, it is exactly what you will get in return. So that is my conclusion for today's video, and that is what I've realized. Like looking at that photos, that is what made me strike. I had already accepted in my mind, I was like that, and that is how I made myself feel. So it is very important to what we keep here is what we will give out and what we will get in return also. So I know, I think brain is the most important part of our body, I know, after heart. But yeah, what you tell to your brain is what it will give out in your life. It is what you will get. Main, that's the main thing I'm trying to say over here. And I'll see you in the next video, but before that, please do subscribe to my channel. Bye 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 bye.